So I'm sure a lot of people have been wondering about the World Championship recently. As many know, I was in Madrid for the conclusion of the candidates tournament. Um, After the conclusion, I did agree to meet um, with Dvorkovich and Sutovsky from FIDE to talk a little bit. I did not have any demands or suggestions for that meeting. They did have a couple of suggestions, um, but the gist of it was that I was there to tell them that I would not defend my title in the next World Championship match. Um, and we had a small discussion. They had some suggestions. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. But ultimately, the conclusion stands. Um, One that I'm pretty comfortable with. One that I thought a lot about um, for a long time now. I would say more than a year, probably a year and a half almost, since long before the last match. Um, and I've spoken to people in my team. I've spoken to FIDA. I spoke to Jan as well. And the conclusion is, yeah, it's very simple that I am not motivated to play another match. I feel that um, yeah, I simply feel that I don't have a lot to gain. I don't particularly like it, and although um, although I'm sure a match would be interesting for historical reasons and all of that, I don't have any inclination to play, and I will simply not play the match. It's been obviously um, an interesting ride since the moment I decided to play the candidates in 2013, which was, to be honest, on kind of a whim. I just at some point decided that I'm going to give the candidates a try. Could be interesting. Um, and ever since, the World Championship title has obviously given me a lot. It's opened a lot of doors, and I'm happy about that. But the matches themselves have been at times interesting, times a little bit of fun. The most fun match probably was the one in 2018. At least that was the most interesting one, and probably also for me had the least stressful moments because it was the closest one, and it was one that I felt that um, obviously losing would have been very bad, but it wouldn't have been like the disaster that I considered losing any of the other matches. But overall, um, I feel like it's my time to go from the World Championship matches. I don't rule out return in the future, but I wouldn't particularly count on it either. Just so there's no ambiguity here. I'm not retiring from chess. I'm still going to be an active player. I'm leaving later today to go to Croatia to play the Grand Chess Tour. From there on, I'm going to go to Chennai to play the Olympiad, which is going to be a lot of fun. Norwegian team are seated as number 4 there. Then to Miami to play one of the real highlights of the year, I feel, the FTX Crypto Cup, which is going to be awesome. And then right there, right after that, the next event after that in the Grand Chess Tour, the Sinkville Cup. So yeah, I got a lot of chess coming up. I enjoy playing tournaments a lot. Obviously, I join them a lot more than I enjoy the World Championship. And frankly, I don't see myself stopping as a chess player anytime soon. I hope to be able to edge closer to one of my other big goals, which is to make 2900 rating. It's going to be tough, obviously, but at the very least, I've managed to keep my rating this year, which, is at least it is something. It means that the goal is not further than it was earlier. Although it's tough, but we'll see. I'll just try and do the right things, trust the process, and enjoy. And frankly, I'm excited to get back to where I was back in 2011, 2012, started 2013, where I was all set on trying to improve, trying to be better, do the right things, play the tournaments, be the best in the world, and not care about the World
Championship. In terms of the World Championship, just do you feel like you have achieved everything you set out to when you started that journey now 9 years ago almost?
Well, it's more than 9 years ago since the candidates. It's hard to say. I don't think I had any other goals than to win it once. Then I thought I'll I'll try and keep it as long as I'm motivated. That's fine. To be honest, 2016 I was not very motivated. I feel like I mostly played that match because other people sort of relied on it, expected me to, which was fine. It was not their fault at all. It was all on me for feeling that responsibility. I did have an Instagram post after the match in 2014, which was 2 down, 5 to go. I can reveal now that was just to mess with people. I never had a goal of winning 7 championships. I mean, I understand the whole thing about legacy and all of that, but to be honest, the last match, 4 championships or 5 championships, I understand for people who haven't been in that situation, it sounds weird, and I understand that I'm very, very privileged to have been there when a lot of people, they spend their life trying to do the same thing. But 4 championships to 5, it didn't mean anything to me. It was nothing. I was satisfied with the job that I'd done. I was happy not to have lost the match, but that was it.